Hi, Diana. How are you? How are you today, Diana?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm really good. Thank you. Nice to meet you, to be honest. Thank you so much for being here.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for having me.
To start, I would like to know about your beginnings in music. Yeah. How did you start singing? And how did your
Mhm.
career develop until you were the new singer of DELAIN?
Yeah, so I started singing when I was really young, at around 16 or 17. And of course, I was singing before that, but I was a little child. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just singing along to anything I heard on the radio. But then when I got to a certain age, and it was around 16 or 17, I started to learn more about my voice, and I started listening to rock bands like Evanescence, and then I merged into symphonic metal. I heard about Nightwish and Within Temptation, and I just fell in love with that type of music. And so um, I started singing their songs in order to, learn about what my voice could do. And I started taking singing lessons like on my own. And that's how it all kind of started. And then I had also a phase in my life where I sang on trance and dance songs because I had some friends that were into that kind of music, and they sent me some songs, and I made it. I just love music in general, and so I never say no to music. If it sounds good, I'm always gonna say yes, and I'm gonna do it. And so I did that for like 5 or 6 years, but then eventually I got back to my roots, which have always been rock and metal. And that's how I got into DELAIN. DELAIN happened, and when that happened, I heard the news about the split and about what happened in the band, and then a few months later, I read the post on DELAIN's Instagram account, and they were, I think, posting about recordings in the studio for the new album. And so I decided to just leave a comment on that post and just ask them, can I audition? Because I didn't really know what was going on at the time, if they had already found the singer. But anyway, I posted that comment, and I think 2 days later, Martijn contacted me, and he told me, that's a funny story because you were actually on my list of people to contact, because I had discovered your YouTube channel because I was making YouTube covers at the time. And so he contacted me, and he sent me a few songs to sing on. He sent me Burning Bridges and Masters of Destiny. And then after I sent those back, he sent me 2 original songs from the new album, which happened to be the first singles that we released, The Quest and the Curse and Beneath. And so I recorded all those songs, and then eventually Martijn invited me. I was still in the auditioning process, and he invited me to go to the Netherlands to meet up with him, Ronald, the guitar player, and Sander, the drummer. And he thought it was, well, we both thought it was really um, cool to just meet up and see how we would get along as people, before I even joined the band. And so I flew there, and it was really nice. We all met up at Sander's house, and we had dinner together. We played some acoustic songs, and then I got back home, and I think a week later, Martijn called me, and he told me that they would love to work with me. So now we are here.
Cool, cool, cool. So before of DELAIN, you didn't have another band or project, right? This is the first time in a big band.
Yes, yeah. I had smaller bands that I joined when I was when I was 20 or 22. I joined a few bands, like local bands here in Italy. But we were just playing like local shows for like 50 people or 80 people, which is still a good number, but of course nothing compared to what DELAIN are doing. So yeah, this is the first big band, yeah, for me.
Good, good. And regarding to the new album, how was the writing and recording process for Dark Waters? I mean, when you joined the band, no? Was everything already written, or did the band let you put your ideas into the creative process?
Yeah, so when I joined, I think maybe like 40% of the songs were already written, like in the demo phase. And then once I joined, we finished it together. And so I had the chance to, of course, contribute with vocal melodies and with lyrics as well. I wrote the lyrics for Moth to a Flame and for Tainted Hearts. For Tainted Hearts, I wrote the lyrics and the vocal melody. And then for Invictus, I wrote the verses, just the vocal melody. And for Hideaway Paradise, I wrote the vocals in the intro. So I just had, you know, spots here and there to just add my own thing, which was really nice.
Cool, cool. And do you have any favorite song of this album? A song that made you say, the result of this song is amazing.
Yeah, I think it was definitely Mirror of Night. That song is because it's so, it has, you know, the lyrics are very deep and the music is also very dramatic and epic at the same time. And then we have a really cool ending with high notes and powerful vocals. And I think that's my favorite one. Yeah.
Cool, cool. In my case, I can choose one song of this album to say this is my favorite song because I listened to the album just one time, to be honest. But yes, I can say that I really feel you do justice to what DELAIN stands for. Really.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And of course, take your time to listen to it and pick your favorite.
Okay. And speaking about your voice, I want to know, how do you take care of your voice? Because obviously I know that you are young. I mean, you are 32 years old, so your voice are in his best moment, or at least in a good moment of himself.
Yeah.
But beyond that, the voice is something that needs some care, you know. So do you do any kind of warm up or exercise before singing or going to the stage?
Yes, warm-ups I practice almost every day at home to keep the muscles in shape. And then practicing is one side, so exercises, warm-ups, vocal lessons, and then I go to the gym because your body needs to be in shape to your diaphragm needs to be in shape, your breathing, your cardio and all that stuff. So I try to go to the gym at least 3 times a week, and just keep my body in shape. And then also when it comes to foods, I try to eat healthy. I don't eat gluten, I don't eat dairy, because dairy is very, well, at least for me, it's very damaging for my voice because it causes a lot of mucus, and same with gluten. And so I try to stay on a clean diet, and exercise and practice every day, singing lessons, and just sing a lot of singing, because the muscle memory, in order to be able to sing good, of course, especially for live shows, you need to have a good muscle memory. And so I do all that. Yeah.
Good. And recently you just mentioned the lyrics of this album are very deep. I want to know, what does the cover and title of this album represent? I mean, the lyrics are somehow connected to these two things, or each song talks about different things?
Yeah, good question. Well, of course, each song has its own theme, so they're not connected between each other, but definitely the songs connect to the title of the album, Dark Waters. And I think it's a perfect reflection of what DELAIN has gone through with the split and everything that happened, and what Martijn went through. And he really had to make this band, come up again. It's like a rebirth from dark waters, from uncertain waters.
Yeah.
And of course, not all the lyrics are written by me, because the majority are written by Robin, which is Martijn's wife. And so, she of course, she's been there with Martijn, and like when this happened, so she knows the whole situation and what happened. And I think she was really inspired by those dark times. And that's the main theme. Yeah. And I think the title of the album is it's a perfect reflection of the rebirth of DELAIN from Dark Waters.
Good. And how do you get inspiration to write your lyrics? I mean, is it difficult for you sometimes find the inspiration enough, or it's easy for you at this point?
Well, Writing, well, whenever I write lyrics, I always write them from my own personal experiences. Or sometimes I'm inspired by what other people have been through, but it's always personal. It's maybe something that I want to get out and I want to heal from, or maybe I've been through a bad situation or something that caused me pain, or maybe I have a particular vision about the world that I want to write about. But it's always personal experiences and also stuff that I want people to relate to. So it's never hard. It's not hard for me to write lyrics because they always come from within me. And so it really comes, it's like a second nature. Yeah.
Cool, perfect. And how do you feel being in the front of DELAIN? I mean, a question that was repeated a lot, at least on my YouTube channel, from my subscribers, is if you feel any kind of pressure because of the tours that are coming up and because of the place you occupy today as a singer, because the former singer of DELAIN was on all the band's albums, you know?
Yeah. Well, of course, there has been pressure because people have expectations from you. You know, people are going to compare, they're going to criticize, and I think that's totally normal because it's just part of the game, and people are so used to hear DELAIN with a different voice, so it's just inevitable that they're going to compare. And so there is a certain pressure to meet their expectations because they expect me to, you know, sing a certain way, to act a certain way on stage. But I try to, you know, keep myself, to keep my feet on the ground and just remind myself, you know, that I have my own voice, that I try to remind myself why I do this, why I sing in the first place, and why I want to be on the stage. And even if there are people who criticize or compare, I think they just know one version of me, and that's what they're criticizing because they don't know me personally.
Your voice works really well. I mean, the criticize and the opinions of the people are common that be good, you know.
Yeah.
The new album is really cool. So,
Yeah.
and regarding to the videos released from this album, how were the videos for the songs Beneath, Grain of Shadow, and The Quest and the Curse made? This last one looks like a big production, you know, because there is green screens and shots of the band as well. The shooting was in Netherlands.
So for The Quest and the Curse and Beneath, we shot them in Italy first. We went to a villa here in Italy near Rimini, and the rest of the shots were also done in green screen, in a green screen room in Amsterdam. So we did both. We did a few here and then a few in Amsterdam. And then Queen of Shadow was the same. We actually did it only in the green screen room. So it's all like special effects and cool things that the production company, the video production company, added after. And Moth to Flame was actually, for that one, everyone shot their parts at home with the green screen because that was the last video that we recorded for the singles. And so it didn't make any sense to everyone to meet in the same room. We could all do it just at home, and so that's what we did. And then the video production edited everything together, and they did an amazing job by putting all those super effects and special things on the video. Yeah,
They are very beautiful videos. Really, congrats.
Thank you.
And would you like to collaborate with another symphonic singer? I mean, for example, I know that with Amber, the new singer of Sandria, both follow each other on Instagram. So
Yeah,
it will be great to hear you with she singing together, I think, you know.
yeah, it would be really cool. I mean, I haven't thought of any possible collaborations yet because we have been so busy with, you know, planning the things for tour and then for with the release of the album. But I'm definitely up for collaborations in the future. That would be awesome.
Cool. So now to finish, what are your plans for the future after the release of this album? I know that, for example, DELAIN is going to have an European tour with Sandria, but do you have in mind make a Latin American tour as well?
We would love to. I think there are some things in the planning phase right now, but I can't really say much because it's, you know, we want it to be both a surprise and of course nothing is certain at this point in time, but we will definitely come to South America. We will definitely come, I promise.
Cool,
And then
cool,
for the other plans, after the European tour, we're going to play some summer festivals in June and in August. And then we are also planning a tour in the United States. And so that's happening. And then we're planning more things for the next year, of course. Now we're just trying to start like gradually so everybody can get used to touring again. And so it's not everything at the same time.
Okay, good, Diana. Perfect. That was all for today. Thank you so much for the time. I wish you a lot of success, and I hope to see you here in Argentina.
I hope so too. I've never been, so I would love to come to your country. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you. Take care, Diana.
You too. Bye.
Bye.